G'day, this is Captain Noob, and this is the MP-412 Rex. This is a standalone revolver that is injected into the leveled list, so you probably shouldn't have a lot of trouble finding this bad boy right here. So getting into the receivers here, and of course this does look very familiar to what you'd find in the regular 44 Magnums in this game. But with the barrels it gets a little bit more interesting. So you've got the short barrel right here, the unsighted one is what we've got on right now. You can make it with irons, glowies, or a reflex sight, and you've also got that for a long barrel too, so we'll go ahead and chuck on that reflex sight with the long barrel there to give us a little bit more range, and we've got the reflex sight there to help us out with that a little bit. You also get a damage slider here, which is nice, and you've got a little bit more interesting customization here with the fire mode. So we've got the standard fire mode on this one right now, but if we went to go for the incendiary one, we get a little bit more damage there. No energy damage, this is actually fire damage, which is inaccessible in the vanilla game, but it is there. It's a carryover from Skyrim, of course. And you've got the shotgun one, which obviously fires multiple projectiles per shot and would be very good with explosive, but we'll use this one with the incendiary fire mode for now. We've got a couple of others on standby if we want to use those, and we've also got the legendary effect here if you feel like it, but we won't do that. This is what we'll use to take on Gunners Plaza, plus a few more as we get into it. So let's go ahead and start killing some Gunners. Righto, so here we are in Gunners Plaza with our incendiary sort of flavoured MP-412 Rex, and we'll go ahead and shoot that turret to start off. Now you might notice some of different animations coming up, and that is because, well, one, this mod has its custom reload animations, as you saw just before, which look really nice. But I've actually installed a few mods that'll actually give you a little bit different animations for doing stuff. I've got the first-person one-handed revolver animations, which look really nice, but they aren't going right now because I've got another mod installed, which hang on, have you got a pipe pistol there? Man, the gunners are definitely not doing well these days. Oh no, it's just it's one of those things. Cool. I've been meaning to get to one of those in the video for a while, but yeah, most of the first-person animation stuff is overwritten by stuff from a third-person animation, and it is one-handed pistols in third person, which is kind of nice, so that's definitely a thing. Had to change some of my camera settings for this because it messes up if you use the default stuff, but all in all, it's pretty damn good, and while it is improper technique for holding a pistol and probably using a pistol, let me remind you that the sole survivor, being a lawyer, probably doesn't know how to handle a gun, but we all accept that she's a badass killing machine in the Fallout 4 canon anyway, so why not hold a pistol with one hand and be super badass like that? So that's a cool little animation thing there, and something, you know, that I'd like to see more of as we get more into the life cycle of Fallout 4. I mean, it's probably already dead by now. I think Creation Club killed it, but in terms of modding, I'd like to see more of that. Anyway, before we go even further, I might as well bring out the shotgun variant of this. So obviously you've got a different sound there, and if you hear all the different sort of projectiles hitting the gunners there, oh, we got a sneak attack crit there, nice. Yeah, you can hear that it's got the same sort of effects of sounding for a shotgun hitting, so yeah, you've got all those pellets flying at them, which gives me the greatest idea ever to make this thing do a lot of damage, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about too. That's right, this thing would be perfect with the legendary effect of explosive or wounding. But anyway, we'll quickly knock down this gunner. And what Gauss rifle do you have? A Stalker's Gauss rifle. Well, that's kind of lame, so the one who didn't kill me. We'll knock out this commander here with our shotgun 44 MP-412 Rex there. And I'm pretty sure these things in real life aren't 44 caliber, don't fire 44 Magnum, sorry. I'm pretty sure they fire 357s, but obviously, oh, you've got a Gatling laser. Well, yeah, we want to get rid of that. Back to regular bullets now. This one's not incendiary, and as you can tell, we're not getting quite as good damage. If you could just, yes, that's it. Those hit boxes are quite strange sometimes, and it doesn't look like the reflex dot is lined up properly, so that's unfortunate. But we'll try to knock out that gunner, by the way. And here we go. One more. We'll quickly kill you. get a little gun bash motion in there, or maybe we won't. Something has broken the gun bashing animation for me. I'm not quite sure what it is, but there you have it. That was the MP-412 Rex firing 44 bullets, strangely, and it's actually going alright here in Gunners Plaza. It's definitely a good revolver, and maybe some of the revolvers from the base game and Nuke World can take some notes there. And look at that unequipped there, isn't that very nice? Anyway, I'm gonna go eat some food now. I've got Chinese for tea, yummy. And then we'll go ahead and kill Swan. Righto, so here we are down near Swan, and it is kind of a heavy blizzard right now, so we'll probably have to do this as quickly as possible before we bloody lose sight of him. Thankfully, he is covered in a giant fiberglass Swan there, so it's nice and easy to see him. And before we get into getting killed by him, we'll go ahead and check this out with just a little bit of a VATS run here. So again, this is just the incendiary one. And if we need it later on, we'll go ahead and get some ones with legendary effects on them. But I feel like this is going to be quite powerful enough for now, so that's good. We'll quickly just keep on backpedaling and shooting him, and hopefully not get stuck behind a few things that would usually give me trouble, like those little spikes sticking out of the ground there. I usually get stuck on those. Anyway, what we'll do now is just crit spam him, because it's time to do a lot of damage in VATS, and as you can tell here, we're getting quite good efficiency out of this weapon in VATS, so if you like to use revolvers strictly in VATS or in a luck build, this weapon will suit you very well. And it is a nice look, nice new revolver in the game too, because there isn't a lot of variety. You get a crappy cobbled together pipeline, or just a regular 44 Magnum, so it is nice to have a little bit more of variety, although at the cost of a mod and maybe even some lore implications, if that's your sort of thing. But since we're in this big old blizzard here, we're thankfully able to escape Swan for the most of the time. And there's Gene over there. Okay, looks like we might get dissected at this point. We'll just go ahead and hit him some more in VATS and see what we can do to get some of our crits back. We are definitely destroying him here. The MP-412 Rex is definitely a powerful weapon. But with most weapons that are non-legendary, you can obviously attach legendary weapon effects that would make them even better. And I feel like I'm in the mood for experimenting with this weapon, so we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so now we've got this thing fitted with the Deadeye effect, and we're trying to kill this ghoul without using VATS at all, so there we have it. So those first couple of shots there with the sneak attack criticals definitely did a good job, but now the jig is definitely up with that, and where the hell are you going, mate? Anyway, we'll just quickly try to kill him as he's jumping over, and if the damage isn't quite good enough for us to take him out or outlast him in a fight, and wow, look at those hitboxes. We've got a contingency plan happening over here, so you may notice over there is a figure there, so hopefully we can use that thing's help, or just lure the ghoul into it and let them fight each other. So jumping over that fence here, that should be good. We'll pop a quick reload and we'll try to lure him over here some more. There we go, and he is definitely coming this way. And now what we do is we try to get this synth's attention, and then hopefully the synth will take on that giant ghoul over there, meaning I can just get on cheap shots here with the Magnum here. And okay, these hitboxes aren't actually very good. I think I'm better off aiming in third person a little bit. So unfortunately this thing isn't doing the best of jobs. Of course, it's got its standard revolver limitations. I mean, high recoil, relatively slow rate of fire, and low mag capacity. It's a pretty hard weapon to use, but fortunately I brought in a little bit of a spare here. So this is the scattershot variant of the MP-412 Rex here, and I've got the explosive effect on it. So with any sort of explosive shotgun, you know they're going to be good. So all we need to do here is not really worry about where we're shooting, just as long as we aim at the thing's feet and get all this explosive damage, we should deal with it nice and fine. So this is where my truce with that synth ends, and we'll go ahead and take her out very, very easily indeed, but make sure we aren't being hit by all those bloody 2mm ECs. And look at this Mirelurk here. Okay, looks like we've got a bunch of resistance here. Anyway, you can die quickly. Don't let me get killed by this. That's got a nasty stagger on it, that one. And there you go. So I've gone ahead and changed that synth again. I've nerfed her a little bit. Now it's a little bit more of a fair fight. And I think that's a good way of satisfying 2 boss fights there. We'll chuck that weapon back there, and we'll go ahead and do one more thing, I reckon. Make sure we stop time there, and see if we can count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7. Alright, looks like we're firing 7 rockets per shot, which is kind of nice, so we'll go ahead and shoot that giant Deathclaw with volleys of 7 rockets at a time, and that should do a pretty good job on him. Oh, hopefully. Okay, there we go, there's some damage, and we'll see if we can just keep on shooting him there. Complete miss, that worked, and there we go. So hopefully... you know what, I think he's actually a little bit too close at this point. It's hard to see in this bloody rain. We'll quickly try to run off a little bit away from this giant Deathclaw, and we'll slip into this little thing here, and then we'll... okay, we can't get a good enough angle to actually fire out of it, but once he's running away, we'll come out a little bit again. And it looks like I'm being attacked by rad scorpions right now. This is a really bad time for this rad scorpion, so if you could just piss off, that would be good. Alright, looks like the Deathclaw has decided to take on that rad scorpion. We'll try to get a little bit of splash damage on him. And haha, look at him trying to peek into the cave there. Yeah, you know you can't fit in here. Come back here, boy. Alright, almost got him. Oh, nice dodge there, mister. Not good enough though, and with that giant ass flipping death there and that level up, I think that is good enough for this video. As you can see, Winter in a sort of heroic pose with that standing in the radiation. You might want to get out of there, girl, but there you have it. That was the MP-412 Rex. It is a pretty good standalone weapon. If you enjoy this and would like to see this weapon in your game, be sure to check out the description. And if you're super attached to this Revolver, you're probably already thinking about downloading it already. If you'd like to see the legendary effect of rocketing in your game, that is part of my Captain Noob's legendary effect thing, and that'll be also linked in the description too. And if you'd like this particular girl here as a companion, that is also a mod I've created, so there you go, you can have that there too. Thank you for watching, guys.